Good morning. Actually, it's afternoon. Surprise, surprise. But happy Tuesday. This morning I went over to my friend's house, Laura, who is going to be moving in here, helped her pack some stuff up. And then I just got off of a Zoom meeting with one of you all who is interested in applying to IU. And if that is you and you have questions, feel free to email me, leave a comment, DM me on Instagram, and I'm more than happy to like chat with you on Zoom, shoot a few emails back and forth, helping you guys navigate this process or answer any questions I can is super cool for me. So I actually think I'm going to head out and go for a run. I mentioned before I went back to Florida that I am doing the Couch to 5K app, which moves you from the couch to doing a 5K, and it's one of my goals to be able to do a 5K by Christmas. So it's gonna feel like day one all over again. But I bought some running shoes over my 2-week summer break that I had back home in Florida, and I'm excited to try them out. Obviously filming on my phone. Just finished my second run ever since I was like in 9th grade in PE. The temperature outside feels like 97, but I'm proud of myself.
Guys, I'm going through it. I don't know how I look right now either. I'm going through it. What's even faker, I want to show you, look, is that, look, they have the pattern there. You just can't buy them anymore.
Man, okay, so she's looking for these identical sheets because she changed her mattress from a full to a queen, and Laura took her full and she took Laura's queen. But these are from 2018 and they're sold out on Poshmark and everywhere she's looking.
I just love them, and I'm going through it right now. So everyone just know that. Sometimes little things can send you. Also, don't judge my room vlog. We've been going through a lot. No, why would you pan? Why would you pan?
It's all of this that really just gets me every time I step in here.
She judges me so hard.
My room doesn't look wonderful right now either.
She's judging me so hard for the books, and that's so unfair.
This is cute though.
Thanks.
Did you get that when we went to Target most recently?
No, I went in Iowa.
Yeah.
I just need to hang some stuff.
Yeah. Love this Monaco print.
Yes.
That
will be hung, everyone.
She has
a Monegasque flag underneath.
She has connections to that from F1. If you know, you know.
There you go. Things will be hung soon, vlog, and I'll give you a room tour. What everybody
I'll be waiting.
Don't show the bathroom. That's off limits.
Off limits. Okay, we just finished dinner and we finished the 3-hour finale of The Bachelorette. I'm happy for her happy ending, but I don't know, I thought the way she handled things on the final rose, or after the final rose with Greg, was a little, there's some anger there for sure. We're gonna go to Chick-fil-A to get some milkshakes to reward ourselves for just living. But Laura moved her stuff in, and a lot of it is just sitting right here for now until she sorts what's gonna stay here, what's gonna go up to her room, what's gonna go to our friend's house. She has this chair that is actually super comfy. I think that's gonna be really nice for reading. We put this bookshelf here. Well, this is hers, but Megan and I have our books on it. And it's like we have 3 PhD students majoring or studying English living in the same house, so there's gonna be like a bunch of books.
Tell them how we both organized our books the same way though.
Okay, so I was loading my books on the left side and Megan was loading hers on the right, and we just so happened to have the same strategy, which is really funny. Besides like this rifle paper co copy of Little Women, this is a shelf for me which is like academic books, but books that I'm not using for my exam, and Megan did the same. And then the second row is academic books that I need for my exam, and hers is the same. I guess I just have more digital copies than she does. And then the third is like fun books, like fiction and stuff like that. And so is her fourth. So yeah, that was funny. I also have this drawing up here that I did with me, Megan, and Laura. And yeah, that's that. Megan also cut her finger yesterday. She came in my room last night and was like, "Bestie, I don't know how to tell you this, but I cut my finger really bad." And she was like, "It won't stop bleeding." And she like lifted up the paper towel and I was like, "Ah, don't show me!" I'm very squeamish with blood. But yeah, no stitches. So she said she's okay. The house is in a state of disarray right now, per usual. It's been in a state since we moved in. But I did order a big rug to go underneath the table here. It's gonna be blue and it's gonna be a jute rug. I ordered a real coffee bar because this is just not gonna cut it. It's not stable. I don't know if I showed this on the vlog, but I got a jute rug to put in my room, but I didn't love it. So I put it in the half bath down here, and I think it's just a lot cuter there. It fits the space perfectly. Have the plant there for now. Maybe I'll put like a tray. We talked about putting like a hutch over the toilet to like store extra toilet paper in and stuff. But yeah, no major updates to the house other than that.
We're just out here vibing.
Vibing, baby. We did hang some stuff on the wall. Like we put this little like arch mirror up here to like reflect light from the sun. We hung that up. That was in our apartment. We hung that up. But yeah, you know, slow and steady. Okay, I am back from getting milkshakes at Chick-fil-A. I feel like my chin is breaking out some, but it's okay. My skin has seen better days. I am going to finally get around to school for the day. It is 10 o'clock. I had set a goal today of wanting to read at least 2 book reviews for 2 books on my reading list that I still have not gotten to yet. So I haven't even searched online to see if there's book reviews out there, but they're pretty popular books, so hopefully there are, or if anything, I will quickly read the intro and conclusion, just so I can check that off my list that I've read it and I know generally what it's about. So out of the 100 texts on my list, heading into this week, there were 8 that I had not read ever, so I had set the goal that I would become familiar with those 8. 2 of them I looked at on Sunday night, I believe. Maybe it was Saturday. I think it was Sunday. And then 2 more I'm going to do today. And then that leaves me with 4 more to cover between Wednesday and Friday, because I try not to do work on the weekends, which feels very manageable to me. And then from there on out, I am working on making note cards, starting with the most important texts, because I think that it's time for me to just do something like really tangible, physical, really visual. And I think the act of like actually handwriting the text and like some of the key points and how it relates to other texts is going to be really helpful for me. And honestly, my plan is to do something like slightly neurotic, but Megan has like a big cork board that she saved during the move, and she was like, I don't know, maybe I thought we'd want it for exams. And I plan on just like honestly like treating it like they're like a deck of cards, the index cards, and really like moving them around and putting certain cards in one category, certain cards in another, to really understand like the themes of what it is that I am interested in. I also have a meeting on Friday with the second person on my committee. I've been meeting with my chair very regularly, but I haven't met with the second person in quite some time. So I thought that it'd be good just to check in with her to ask her some questions. So I want to make sure that I feel prepared for that. And she does a lot of like decolonial rhetoric, so I want to make sure that I familiarize myself with that section of my list. Okay, this was very chatty, but just wanted to check in with where I am in terms of all of that reading. As far as like mental stability goes, I feel like today was a pretty good day in terms of like where I feel about the exam. I know that the semester is starting soon though, and I think that that will start to make me feel a bit anxious, but I'm trying to get done what I can. and still make time for rest and living a balanced life. Good morning, happy Wednesday. This morning I got lost in a rabbit hole of not schoolwork, surprise, surprise. And I really was diving into bullet journaling. Not doing it, but just researching it because I journal a lot, but I wanted to get into bullet journaling and I know it's more of an extensive process. So I was researching, jotting down some ideas of types of like habit trackers I could use and just like spreads and stuff like that. And I think that is something I will use to reward myself when I'm done with my exam. Because there's a lot of downtime between when I finish my exam in September, fingers crossed, and when I start my prospectus sort of in the spring semester. And I think really just like focusing on myself and self-care through bullet journaling will be a really nice reward. So I'm going to go ahead and do some yoga. It is already almost noon. And then I have a meeting at 1 today, and then Megan and I are going to sit down and chat about like the ancients, some of the more foundational people in rhetoric, and make some note cards together and go over our notes from when we took like History of Rhetoric 1. So that's like Aristotle, Cicero, Quintilian, all of those folks. And I think doing it with someone will make it a lot more enjoyable. The first of hopefully a couple of these sessions. We have the whole table set up. I have my Scandinavian swimmers from Trader Joe's and Passion Tea Lemonade. Have some books here, colored markers. Megan brought index cards, post-it notes, burning the last of one of our favorite candles that's discontinued. Let's do it. How do you feel?
Not good. Just because I don't like this stuff. But it's nice to have it done.
Yeah.
For the time being.
I worked for a couple hours and made 3 note cards. The washing machine is going to be so loud in the back of this. This is taking way longer than I thought, but I'm telling myself like once I get the hang of it, it's going to move way quicker. So I started with Quintilian, and on one side I have just like who he is, what he wrote, the rough year that they wrote it. And then I always on the top line put like the main takeaway, Quintilian's writing about virtue, the good man speaking well, and then some relations to other texts. And I also have this key here of some of my core interests between expressivism, pedagogy, feminism, and then emotion and embodiment. And then these 3 points that Quintilian makes I think relate to pedagogy. This can relate to expressivism. Cicero there, pedagogy. Then we did Gorgias. This I think was actually related to feminism and women's rights of writing because he's defending Helen. And then here is Plato's version of the Gorgias, and he's talking about that a truth exists, and I related this to feminism only because it directly refutes it. Alright, it is later now. I am a full-on glam gal. Got the velvet lace top and glam makeup. Let's go bowling tonight, so there's that. I'm gonna go ahead and spray some setting spray and then head out in a little bit. Also, the mat came today and I think that it is so cute. Hello, good morning. It is Thursday today. I had a fun night, good night's sleep. I am ready to do some more schoolwork today. There's a few things I want to get done. Like I mentioned, I have a meeting with someone on my committee tomorrow. So I want to prep and look at some articles that I want to talk to her about. So I think I'm going to dive into that. And this morning I woke up to an email from the chair of my committee telling me my exam date. So September 24th from 1 to 3 p.m. on a Monday. So fingers crossed for that. But whew, seeing that in writing, that was wild. I replied to him and was like, thank you, I already feel nervous. So yeah, just gonna keep working on it slow and steady. I thought about going for a run today, but honestly it's really hot out. Like the high is 91 and it probably like feels like 95 or if not higher. And I know this is nuts, but my legs just feel a little sore still from Tuesday. So I think tomorrow's supposed to rain all day, but maybe I'll go tomorrow, if not Saturday, because the high is only 80. So yeah, that's what's on the agenda for today. All right, it is about 2:30 right now, and I am fully in comfort mode, and Megan and I are going to do more of the note cards of some of like the ancient foundational people. I'm pretty sure this is still makeup from last night, even though I washed my face twice, but here we are. But yes, I am planning to have a fun weekend, so I'm looking at a recipe that I want to bake right now. I've made a couple things from Half Baked Harvest, and I think I'm gonna do these like peanut butter chocolate with some sea salt cookies. They look so yum, and the recipe doesn't look too hard. Just went for a walk with Megan. We got some more studying done, some more note cards hammered out, and I just felt myself starting to get really antsy. I was planning on possibly going for a run today, but it was way too hot, so we just went for a little walk. How far was it? Like 2 point something miles. But yeah, it was a good time. It was very hot though. Lots of sweat for sure. Making some homemade pesto pizza. We bought the crust and rolled it out ourselves. Megan put some seasoning on the crust. And here are gonna be the toppings. Peppers, onion, cherry tomatoes, and some spinach.
Yum.
Okay, it's almost 11 p.m. I forgot to film what the pizza ended up coming out like. I'm sorry, but it was super yummy. With like just a pesto base is like the way to do it. Megan actually left for the night because she is dog sitting, so she's gonna sleep at the house to watch our friend's dog, and I'm home alone tonight because Laura is also at another friend's house. So first night alone in the new house, but it's fine. I think I'm gonna take some melatonin and honestly try and go to bed early tonight because I don't know, I feel like if I stay up it's just gonna be me watching more TV, and I seriously just binged 3 hours of Love Island with Megan, so I don't need more TV. Or it's gonna be me feeling anxious, like I need to do more work, and I've done enough. It's okay. I told Megan today that if I get like 2 solid sessions of work in a day, at least for now, I feel okay with that. So I had a solid session this morning of me rereading one of the articles about decoloniality that I want to talk with my professor about tomorrow. And then I had the other session with Megan where we worked on some of like the more ancient texts and rhetoricians and stuff like that. So my meeting tomorrow isn't until 2 p.m. so I have some time in the morning to look over some stuff. So I will make the most of that. I also like have just told myself that I'm gonna have a fun weekend this weekend, so I feel like this vlog has been I don't know, pretty chatty so far, so I think I'm gonna continue it on into the weekend. I am planning on going to some fun places to eat. I'm gonna bake those cookies. I will probably get dessert somewhere along the way. Yeah, so I think I'm gonna wake up tomorrow, get some coffee, and that'll be a fun little start to my day, and that'll be something fun to look forward to in the morning. Good morning. I am about to zoom in to my meeting with the second committee member on my committee. This morning I went and grabbed some coffee. I just made myself a quesadilla with the leftover chopped up veggies from pizza last night. And after this, I'm going to chat with Laura about a book review that we are thinking of doing for one of my all-time favorite books by Cheryl Glenn, which I've talked about quite a bit on this channel, like rhetorical feminisms and this thing called Hope. So yeah, I feel a little nervous for this meeting because I feel like she's gonna ask me questions that I can't really answer, like what is my project, what is the one thing I'm interested in. I don't know. I feel nervous. I feel nervous whenever I talk to like anyone about this stuff, and I'm sure that says more about me than it does about anything else, but yeah, let's get it over with. Checking back in, it is almost 7 o'clock. Had my meeting. It went great. She said she feels very confident in me for the exam. She said to just feel like a conversation and that she thinks everything's gonna be fine, so it was great for the reassurance. And this afternoon, Laura and I actually built our coffee bar. Well, she did the majority of it. I kind of just handed her things. So I'll take you downstairs to show you that, but we are going to head out and go to dinner at a place called Upland. I've been once, but it was like a themed menu for like Oktoberfest. So I'm excited for that and a fun weekend. Here's my extremely casual outfit. Have these go-to Wild Fable shorts that are a little looser, longer, just paired with a belt that I got in the men's section at Goodwill, and Target sandals I've had for years, and a Target tank top, and got a claw clip back there. Okay, so first, here are some shoes that have been sitting in my mailbox. We finally got the mailbox key today. I am obsessed with them. They're like these chunky, sort of like private school girl shoes. I love that they have like this metal chain here and that they give some height to it, and I think they'll be super cute just like with mom jeans, but also like with dress pants for teaching. And here is a rug that came from Amazon today. We were originally thinking of putting it long ways, but it was like just long enough that it took up the space of the room, and it was just like a little bit strange. So we're still deciding on like where the table should go on the rug and everything, because we have like these back doors right here, so we want it to be practical. I need to get rid of that. That was in my bathroom at the old place. I think I'll donate it to Goodwill. And here's the coffee bar that I love. So I just have my Nespresso here. Here is the Keurig that I had given to Laura momentarily, but since she moved in with us, she brought it back. She put a plant here, a plant up there. This is where we're gonna keep our keys and everything, because we pretty much always go out this door. These are Laura's mugs. I think I will add some of mine. This is a donut snow globe they meant to give me for my birthday a while ago, almost a year ago. And then I have this box here that has all of the Nespresso pods. It has these reusable K-cup cups that Laura puts her own coffee in. And then I have this sort of like turntable, and I have chocolate syrup, caramel syrup, honey for tea. I'm thinking of doing like another flavor. I really like a brown sugar syrup. That's my teapot back there. And here is some tea stuff. I have loose leaf mango tea, lavender tea. Laura has some matcha. Back there I have some peach tea, some green tea with caffeine. These are hemp teas, tension tamer, and then my peppermint tea that I always have before bed. Happy Saturday. It feels so great. It's finally be the weekend. I feel like I worked pretty hard this week, so I'm glad for a day of just fun and rest and a chill day in general. This morning I woke up and I've just been reading Daisy Jones and the Six. This book can go by really fast because it's just written in like dialogue format, but for some reason I've only read in like really short periods of time, and then my brother FaceTimed me, so didn't get that much read. Laura is about to come over and pick me up, and we're gonna go to TJ Maxx. Hopefully I can get some more stuff for like storage in the bathroom, especially since we're sharing that space. And yeah, I woke up pretty early today, surprisingly. I fell asleep like before midnight last night. I was just so tired, and then I woke up at like 7:50, and I was like, yeah, I feel good, I feel wide awake. I'm gonna get up and get after it. Just eating my leftover salad. I got this from Upland. It has tofu, and it's like a Thai-based salad. The dressing was really spicy, so for the leftovers I just put Italian dressing, and I'm gonna watch Brooke Mitchell's vlog. Just got back from Kroger with Megan. I bought stuff to make the cookies, and she bought some stuff to make some dip. Black-eyed pea dip.
The sense of judgment I got was so
okay,
wrong.
to be fair, I said I don't even know what a black-eyed pea is, but then when she explained it and she said what cookbook it came from, I was like, okay, it makes more sense. It came from this cookbook, Thug Kitchen, which I have liked everything that Megan has made me from there. My lens is like messed up. I think it's because I spilled milk on it today when I was frothing it. Oh. So here's the stuff for the cookies, just peanut butter, butter, maple syrup goes in them, brown sugar, chocolate chips. And then I returned some pants to H&M that I had ordered to my house in Florida when I was there. And I tried to just return them, but she was like, they're past the date, so you have to exchange. So I exchanged them for just like these white sort of like loose mom jeans, and I got them in like a faded black too, to teach in or just to wear. I think they're really cute. Then we went into Ulta because I really wanted to get liquid bronzer, and I got the very last one. Well, Megan wanted to try it too, and there were 2 of them left. Okay, here it is. There were 2 of them left, and there was like this girl and her mom standing there shopping, and the mom was like, oh, sorry, are we in your way? And Megan's like, oh, I mean, it's okay, even though it was clear we're trying to get something from where she was. And then she saw me grab the bronzer, and then she grabbed the second to last one. So now Megan and I are gonna have to share this to determine if we like it. But yeah, that annoyed me. And we went to Goodwill first to drop stuff off, and the line was just so long of people dropping stuff off. And then this man comes in and he just parks instead of waiting in the line in his car, and just carries his stuff over and cuts the whole line. And I'm just like, of course it's a man, of course he's not wearing a mask, and of course, you hate to hear it, he's white. Here's the first batch of the cookies before I put the chocolate drizzle on. They're very lumpy. The recipe said to roll them into balls, and then like optionally roll them in sugar, but we have no sugar. And I was like, this is an optional step. I'm not going back out to the store to get sugar. So I just didn't roll them into balls, but I think that's why the texture is looking funky. So the batch that I have in the oven now, I did roll. So hopefully those come out better. I feel like I had my hopes set on today being like a fantastic day, and I'm just like really tired and just like been getting annoyed very easily. So maybe I'm gonna take a nap or something. Okay, these are clearly the way they're supposed to look. And now I feel like I just wasted the first batch and made them ugly. I should have saved this for tomorrow when I had more energy. Okay, here's the final product. Not the most beautiful cookies I've ever made. Those have a lot of chocolate. These have a little bit of chocolate, and these are somewhere in the middle. Hopefully to accommodate all different taste palettes. Okay, it is later now, almost 8 o'clock. Megan and I are going to go to our friend's house, and honestly, I'm not sure what it is that we're watching. Something like Kansas City Chiefs preseason something. I'm just there for the snacks. They're making dip. Megan made some dip. I was gonna make these cookies regardless, but I'm gonna bring a couple of them and have a good time. What are your thoughts?
I love chocolate and peanut butter.
They pass. Hello, Sunday night now. I forgot to record anything today, but I watched TV for truly at least 6 hours because I watched 3 episodes of a docu-series and 3 episodes of Love Island. So I will end it off here. Thank you guys so much for watching this vlog. Let me know if you made it to the end. Let me know if you have any questions for me, any ideas for future videos. I am planning on doing a few fun back to school ones this week. But yes, thank you so much, and subscribe to my channel if you aren't already. Give it a thumbs up, and I'll see you in the next one.